Hello Laguna Beach family, Officer Fred here, your friendly neighborhood SRO. Today, myself along with some of my friends and colleagues are going to be talking to you about with the ever-growing popularity of e-bikes, we want to make sure that you guys are out there having fun, but also doing it safely. So without further ado, I'm going to send it over to Corporal Spratt, who's going to drop some knowledge on you.
I'm Corporal Spratt with Laguna Beach Police Department. I'm one of the motor officers here in the city of Laguna Beach. I'm assigned to traffic enforcement. And I'm here to talk to you today about different types of bicycle laws and electric bikes as well. One of the most important things is understanding the three classes of electric bikes. There's Class 1, which is a pedal assist, which takes you up to 20 miles an hour. There's a Class 2, which runs on electric engine only, which also takes you up to 20 miles an hour. And then there's a Class 3 bike that with pedal assist can run up to 28 miles an hour. The one that is different for everybody is the Class 3. The Class 3 requires that you wear a helmet no matter what your age is, and it also requires that you're over 16 years old to operate it. With any bicycle, including pedal power or e-bikes, it is imperative that you follow all the rules of the road, just like a car would. That means stop signs are for stopping. You need to stop, look left, look right, look left again, and then proceed through the intersection when it's safe and your turn to do so. Red lights. A lot of bicyclists will run through red lights. That again is not allowed, and it's very dangerous for you. Studies have shown that when a car is involved in a traffic collision with a bicyclist, the bicyclist usually loses. So it's very important that as a bicyclist you're paying attention to the rules of the road and following those rules so that you stay safe. Every person riding a bicycle under age 18 is required to wear a helmet. That includes e-bikes and regular pedal bikes. When riding at night, it's important that you have the proper lighting. You have to have a white light to the front that's visible up to 1,000 feet and a red light on the rear of the bicycle that's visible to 500 feet. And the last thing I want to cover is hand signals. Hand signals, that's right. Left, right, and stop. Bicyclists who are operating on the roadway are required, just like cars, to signal other drivers with their intents. Cars use blinkers and brake lights, but bicyclists don't have those, so they're going to need to use hand signals. Again, that's left, right, and stop.
Buddy! Hi, Officer Fred. Good morning, sir. I see that you're riding an electric bike there. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, there were a couple of things that you did that were against the law. Okay, so first thing is your helmet's not properly strapped. We always have to have our helmets properly strapped when we're riding an e-bike. Okay. The second thing was, did you see the stop sign back there? Yeah. You did see it, right?
Yeah.
Pretty clear, pretty right in front of your face, right?
I thought it was okay. Didn't look like anybody was coming.
Okay. Well, we have to make sure that when we're on an electric bike, we follow all the rules of the road, which means that we have to stop at stop signs. Even if we see that it's clear, we still have to stop. Okay. And then the third thing was, we didn't properly use your hand signals when you were making that left-hand turn. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to write you a ticket today for those violations. All right? Your parents get you that e-bike?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that means that your parents are going to have to pay for this ticket.
Oh, man.
They're probably not going to be very happy, are they?
They're going to be so mad.
It might come out of your allowance.
I'm going to be grounded.
That's going to be unfortunate. So, in the future, we got to make sure we abide by all the rules of the road when we're riding those bikes.
I will. I promise. I don't want to get in an accident. I don't want to get hurt.
We don't want you guys to get hurt. We want you guys to have fun.
My parents are going to be mad.
But we don't want you guys to get hurt. We want you to do it safely. Sound good?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey everyone, it's your other friendly neighborhood SRO, Officer Ashley. So now that my partner just dropped some knowledge on you about the rules and regulations of the road, and you also got to see Officer Fred in action pulling over our beloved Principal Duddy, who was riding his e-bike. I'm going to break it down for you and make it real to show you what happens when you're out riding your bike, possibly recklessly, not following those rules or regulations.
This is where it all begins, in the Laguna Beach Police Department's dispatch center.
In just a few moments, you're going to hear an actual 911 call coming in about a student being hit on an e-bike in front of the high school. Let's take a listen.
911, where's your emergency? At the high school? Ma'am, I need you to calm down so I can get your location. You're in front of the high school? Okay, and there's a traffic collision? A vehicle versus a student on an e-bike? Are they conscious and breathing? Okay, he's bleeding from the head. Is anybody there that can apply pressure? Okay, ma'am, we're on the way. Take a deep breath. I'm going to be sending you help shortly. Okay, thank you. Laguna Engine 1, Laguna Engine 2, Doctor's Ambulance with Mike 11 and 131 to respond code 3 on a traffic collision. A student down on an e-bike in front of the high school.
So now we're rushing to the hospital where you're being transported by ambulance to be treated for major head trauma. And my partner has to deliver the bad news to your parents.
Hello, Mrs. Smith. This is Officer Yielding with the Laguna Beach Police Department. I was just notified your son was involved in an accident on his e-bike in front of the high school and suffered some major head trauma. He is currently being transported to the hospital. We will meet you there.
So here we are at the emergency room where you've just been transported by ambulance. Medical professionals are rushing to treat you for major head trauma.
And now that you've been admitted to the hospital, let's hear from a specialist who's going to tell us about the journey you're about to take.
Hi, my name is Jen Osweed. I'm a pediatric speech pathologist here at Chalk Children's. The most common trauma admission we get here is the unhelmeted or poorly fastened helmet brain injury. Those patients, once they're stabilized and cleared by trauma service, are seen by our department. A typical patient with these type of injuries can take months to return back to normal. We take for granted all of those skills, and it's daily therapy, 3-4 hours a day for some of these kids, for 3, 4, 5, 6 months just to get back to basic levels of functioning.
So now that you've heard about the rules and regulations with e-bikes, and you've heard about the dangers that can come from riding them recklessly, let's hear from some of your favorite principals and what they have to say.
Please remember, electric bikes are not permitted on campus. Please do not ride them on the track or anywhere around campus. And if you do ride to and from school or anywhere else around the neighborhood, please make sure you exercise caution and always wear a helmet.
Hey there, Wave Riders. Joe Vidal, principal over here at Thurston Middle School with a brief message in regards to bike safety. We all hope that you're out there having a good and exciting time on those bikes, but we also want to make sure that you're safe. Please make sure that you're always wearing a helmet, and especially when you're going down the hills out here outside of Thurston, that you're going down maintaining a really safe speed, and when you arrive on campus that you're walking the bike right up to the bike rack and locking it all up. We hope that you're having fun out there, but also do so safely. Have a great afternoon.
Hey there, this is Julie Hatchell, principal at Top of the World Elementary School, and we wanted to just give you a couple of tips for riding safely on your e-bikes. First, when you're riding with 2 people, make sure that it's legal to do so. We don't want you riding on the handlebars or on the back if it's not legally permissible. Be safe. Come back in one piece. Also, when you're wearing your bike helmets, make sure you have that chin strap actually connected and strapped together. Most of all, have fun and do it in a way where you will be safe. Go Dolphins!
I think we can all notice a theme here. We want you to have fun, but we want you to do it safely. And this is such an important topic that we have Laguna's own Troy Lee, who's going to say a few words about e-bike and e-bike safety. Troy, take it away.
We're definitely seeing a rise on all e-mobility, whether it's electric skateboards, segways, e-bikes, Super 73s. Super stoked on it, really. I think it's going to help out all the schools, dropping the kids off. And I'm just here to tell you that I think that we should keep those. If they're on an e-bike with my family, I make them ride with full face helmets. They're just going a couple miles an hour faster, and you know, even knee pads or gloves or anything like that, even goggles, you know, just especially if they're running around, you know, a rock comes back, hits them in the eye or something, then they're dealing with that and they're not paying attention to the road. I do think it's going to make our kids all better drivers, but dress them up a little bit and give them a little more protection, and I think we'll keep the whole community a little safer here.
Thank you guys for watching the video. A couple of things I want you guys to remember. Make sure when you're riding your e-bikes, you're always wearing a helmet, and make sure that you're riding one person to a bike unless you have a proper seat installed in the rear.
And make sure you obey all stop signs and all the road signals. We want you to be safe, so when you're riding at night, make sure you have a light on as well.
Catch you on the flippity flop.